Welcome to the weekly market update. I'm Dave, and over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about some of the most important topics in the real estate market. Last week, we talked about headlines and the impact that they can have on the real estate market. This week, I want to dig into some of the data so that you can make your own decisions. Over the last few days, I've been posting some blog posts covering everything from will the market slow down this winter and will prices decline and home buyers are going to be going on a shopping spree this winter. The first thing I want to do is ask a question. I'm going to ask that question. If you could just pause the video and respond down in the comments, let me know what you think the answer is. So the question is this: when are most houses listed during the year? So traditionally, the answer to that is in the second quarter, April, May, June, what's referred to as the spring market. I want to put forth an opinion that this year is going to be a little bit different and that maybe the winter is going to be the better time for buyers and sellers to list and buy homes. So let's get into that. The first thing I want to do is check in with a few real estate experts, and then we'll go through the data. So this is Jessica Lautz. She's the VP of Demographics at NAR. Home sellers have historically moved when something in their lives changed. A new baby, a marriage, a divorce, a new job. The pandemic has impacted everyone, and for many, this became an impetus to sell and make a housing trade. She goes on to say, the pandemic likely spurred occupants to shorten their home stay, as tenure in the home decreased to 8 years from 10 years. This is the largest single year change in home tenure since NAR began collecting the data. And here's the data. 1985 to 2008 averages about 6 years. 2008 market crash, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in their house. The 8 years in 2021, we can't call that a trend yet, but we can certainly say the pandemic did have an impact on the way people are looking at their house, the things that they need from it. There's more equity in houses, and it's driving pent-up seller demand. So as we go into what George Ratou is talking about from Realtor.com, he says the pandemic has delayed plans for many Americans, and homeowners looking to move on to the next stage of their life are no exception. Recent survey data suggests the majority of prospective sellers are actively preparing to enter the market this winter. And here's those stats. 93% have taken steps, including talking to an agent. 65% have either listed or plan to list this winter. 36% have researched the value of their home and other homes in their neighborhood, and they're taking action such as doing repairs. And we have this from Danielle Hale at Realtor.com to bring it all together. Listings rose for the second week in a row. So we have a lot of data and a lot of opinions from real estate experts saying this market in the winter is going to grow. We're going to get stronger. We're going to see more sellers, which is going to drive buyers as well. There's two questions I always get from my clients. The first one is, what's happening with home prices? Are they going up or are they going down? The second one is, are we in a bubble? Are we going to see a market crash like 2008? So talking about home prices, we expect to see appreciation of about 5.1%. So you can see on the slide, the estimates are between 7.4 and 2.8. Average is 5.1. We did see in 2021, 18%-ish home appreciation. As we get more houses onto the market, more supply, that price appreciation is going to moderate. So we're going to come down from those high teens into the mid single digits, 5%. To address the second question, are we in a bubble? Are we going to see a crash? Let's take a look at projected home sales. So in 2020, we sold 6.5 million homes in the United States. 2021, we're on track to exceed that number. And we are forecasted in 2022 to exceed that 2020 6.5 million again. So we've had two really solid years, 2020, 2021, great appreciation and great number of homes sold, and we're expecting to see that coming into 2022 as well. This slide brings it all together. Months of inventory of homes for sale. We are in a very strong seller's market. As you can see, today we're a little under 3 months of inventory. We like to be at 6. Just to bring the local market home, Fairfield and Middlesex counties are at 2.6 months, New Haven 2.3, and Hartford 1.9. So we in Connecticut are below the national average that we're seeing right now. Very strong seller's market. This is probably the best time to sell your home. And if you're a buyer, it's a great time to get in because we know we're going to see additional appreciation, and interest rates are still low, but they will be creeping higher. So to summarize, we're seeing strong demand continue, we're seeing improved supply situation, and we are expecting 5.1% average appreciation for homes and continued strong sales. So the real estate market is strong, and all of this is happening as we're going into the winter. So I think that we're going to see a lot of good stuff coming up this winter, potentially even better than the spring market like I talked about previously. In the description below, there are links to the winter edition of my buyers and sellers guides. There's no obligation, no cost. You do not need to provide contact information to get access to those guides. Grab them and use them, please. If you do have questions, feel free to reach out to me. The contact information is in the guides and in this video. If you found anything of any value in this video, please click the like button. You can subscribe to see additional content. I'm going to be putting out videos every week, and I'm very interested in what you want to know about in the real estate market. What topics should I cover? What questions do you have? And if you hear anything and disagree, please give me your opinion. I'm learning just like everybody else, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. Until then, have a great day, and we'll talk next week.